Good day everyone, my name is Akaru Mezwabe from Nigeria. In this video, we shall be talking about the differences between one-way and two-way solid slab. Kindly subscribe to our page and stay tuned for more videos on reinforced concrete.
My name is Akaru Mezwabe from Nigeria. Today, we shall be talking about the difference between one-way slab and two-way solid slab. Number one, the first thing you need to note is the Ly over Ls ratio. For a solid slab, your longer span is the Ly and your shorter span is the Ls. If your Ly over Ls is lesser than 2, it means your slab is two ways. If Ly over Ls is greater or equals to 2, it means it is one-way slab. Number 2. Number 2, the support. For one-way slab, you only have support on two sides. Why? For two ways, you have support on 4 sides. Your load is distributed to 4 sides. Note, for one-way slab, the load is only distributed to 2 sides. That does not mean support cannot be on 4 sides, but only these 2 sides are functioning. That's where the loads are distributed to. That's for one way. But for a two-way slab, all the loads, they are distributed to 4 sides. Then number 3. Your load distribution. For a one-way slab, your load is only distributed to 2 sides. That's the Ls, Ly. Your load is only distributed to 2 sides, left and right. Look at your load distribution. This is where the loads, this support is what is carrying the load. These ones, they are not carrying any load. While for two-way slab, your load is distributed to all 4 sides at 45 degrees. Your load is distributed to all 4 sides. These 4 supports are carrying the load. Number 4. Your bending moment. For a one-way slab, your bending moment occurs in only one short span direction. It occurs in only the short span direction, while for a two-way slab, your bending moment occurs in 2 directions, the short span and the long span. Because you are designing for both directions. So you have your bending moment at the shorter span and at the longer span. While for the one way, you only design for the shorter span, while the longer span is distribution bar. So your bending moment only occurs in one short span direction. Number 5.
Good news, good news, good news. For those who have interest in practicing software on reinforced concrete design, and those who want to further improve their software skill on reinforced concrete design, Grand Maya Nigeria Limited now offer an intensive visual and physical software training on reinforced concrete design. The good thing is that we can now go visual and physical. That means we can reach out to you worldwide. Also, Grand Maya Nigeria Limited do steel and reinforced concrete design and detailing. We deliver worldwide. For more information, kindly reach out to us via call on WhatsApp on +234 81 35 65 3805 or email us at admin@grandmaya.com. Thank you.
For a one-way slab, your deflection has a cylindrical shape. It's only deflected on the LS axis. While for a two-way slab, your deflection has a D shape or sauce shape. It's deflected in both ways. You can see the shape. This is how your deflection looks like for a one-way slab. And this is your LS. So you only have deflection on the LS axis as a cylindrical shape. While for two ways, it has this shape. It's deflected on all four sides. This is your support. These are your support, and this is how your deflection will look like for a two-way slab. For a one-way slab, you only crank on two directions. Direction 1, direction 2. You only provide your crank on two directions. This is your LS, LY. That's for one way. While for two ways, you provide your cranks on four directions. 1, 2, 3, 4. You provide your crank on all four directions. You can see it. While for this one way, on the long span, you have your distribution bar. You don't have to crank that. You have your distribution bar here for a one way. While your two ways, you design for both sides. That's why crank is provided. Number 7, your main reinforcement is for a one way is provided on short span. You can see it. Your main reinforcement is provided on your short span, while your long span carries your distribution bars. That's where your distribution bar is. While for two ways, your main reinforcement is provided on both spans, which a shorter span and longer span. This is your LS. Your main reinforcement is provided on both spans, which your LS and your LY axis. Number 8, one-way slab has lesser steel reinforcement and more depth. This is because one-way slab, it is only designed on one way, while two ways, the main reinforcement is both on both direction. One ways are designed on one direction, so you have the lesser steel reinforcement because the longer span has distribution bar, so the reinforcement is lesser. While you have more depth. While for two ways, the reinforcement is both direction, the LS and the LY axis. So you have more reinforcement for two ways and lesser depth. The more the reinforcement, the lesser the depth. That's just the difference. The more the depth, the lesser the reinforcement. That's for one way and two way slab. So that's all for this. So those are the differences between one way and two way solid slab. Other are just for economic reasons. So sometimes there are some considerations you do if you want to design your slab as one way or two way slab. Sometimes even if it is one way, you can still design as two ways for economic reasons. Example is one. When the short span LS is lesser than or equals to 4.5 meters. Even if LYLS ratio is lesser than 2, which is supposed to be designed as two ways, it is more economical to consider it as one way slab. Another reason is when LS and LY exceeds 4.5 meter in both directions, two-way is more economical. Even if the LY over LS ratio is greater than 2, which is supposed to be designed as one way, two-way is more economical when LY and LS exceeds 4.5 meter in both directions. Another reason, number 3, is when carrying a life load of 4 kilonewton per meter square and above. When the slab is carrying a life load of 4 kilonewton per meter square and above, and LS is greater than equals to 4 meter, even if the LY or LS ratio is greater than 2, which is supposed to be designed as one way, it is more economical to design the slab as two ways. These are just economic reasons, irrespective of the difference between one way and two way solid slab, which I just explained. That is all for today. Thank you. If this video is helpful to you, kindly like and follow our page for more videos on reinforced concrete design. For this economic reason on which the code states, you can make reference to Victor O. Oyenuga, second edition on reinforced concrete design, page 85. Thank you very much.